What is up, everyone? It is CapitalClefable here, and today I have another Pokemon X and Y Wi-Fi battle for you all. This one is against my very good friend, my best friend on YouTube, 801Infernape, and every time 801Infernape have a battle, it's always tit for tat, punch for punch. I mean, we're kicking each other's asses throughout the entire battle, so definitely stay tuned for this one. If you guys could do me a favor and please like this video, it would really help me out, help bring exposure to this channel, and I would be forever grateful and very much appreciative if we can get this video to 35 likes. That would be amazing. So let's try and do that, and maybe I'll give away some 6IV Pokemon. Anyway, let's go into the team previews. He has that Hitmontop, which is just annoying. It's bulky, and its dance moves are just annoying. Electros and Gardevoir, two equally scary Pokemon. Gardevoir is obviously his Mega. He has an Assault Vest Rhyperior, which can do a lot of work. Unfortunately, it doesn't really do much in this battle. But anyway, he has that Roserade, which is actually a pretty good hard counter to the Eater of Worlds Clefable, because I don't have Flamethrower on Clefable at this point. And then Weavile, which always does damage. Weavile is a very good Pokemon. I have Machamp, the Eater of Worlds Clefable herself, Salamence, who doesn't really get to do much in this battle, Nidoking, who puts in work, and then I got two new pokes. We got Mega Aerodactyl, who I'm actually really starting to like. I've been using him a lot lately, and Porygon 2. So this is a bold Porygon 2, not a calm one, so there's that. I have both those, so you'll never know what's coming. So let's get right into this battle. However, this one is bold. So 801Infernape, definitely check him out. You can find links down below to his channel. He's going to start uploading new content very soon after a bit of a hiatus. There he is. Bryce is issuing a challenge, and he's going to send out Slash, his lead guitarist from Guns N' Roses. Weavile. And I'm just going to start off with Machamp. I like starting off with Machamp because most things don't want to take a dynamic punch to the face. So they switch out, and then I can just knock off things. And that's exactly what happens here. He switches out into his Carlton now, which is his Hitmontop. You get it to Carlton, and then Hitmontop's dancing and all that fun stuff. Give my camera a second to focus. I'm going to go for the knockoff. And boom, there we go. Leftovers are gone, and Carlton, or his Hitmontop, is slightly less annoying. Very slightly, because this thing is still really annoying. So I'm going to switch out into Clefable, expecting him to Toxic or Close Combat, whatever. Clefable doesn't care. So he switches out and goes into Roserade, and I expected that because that's his only true hard counter to the Eater of Worlds. And I switch out and go straight back into Machamp. Now, he doesn't want to take an Ice Punch, which I do carry on this Machamp. So he's going to switch out, and guess what he's going to go back into? His Hitmontop. So we're just going back and forth between Pokemon here. Yeah, the shiny Hitmontop is weird, too. It just makes me hate it even more. It looks like Richard Simmons with a horn on his head, trying to do terrible dance moves. I don't know. I really hope Hitmontop isn't, like, made after Richard Simmons. That would just be weird. Anyway, I go for the Dynamic Punch, expecting to switch. I get the Confusion off, so that's good, but he does break through the Confusion and gets the Toxic, and Machamp does not like being Toxic, unless it had Guts, but it doesn't. I kind of expected him to switch, so I do go for the Ice Punch. Pretty dumb play, but I do get a critical hit, so, critical hits making up for my stupid plays right there. And at this point, I have no reason not to. I'm just going to go for a Dynamic Punch, which is what I do here after he switches out, and he goes into Electros. Now, luckily, I'm not burned. I'm just poisoned. So, it's still going to do a nice chunk of damage. Boom. There you go. It doesn't do half, but I do get the Confusion. So, that's a good thing. It doesn't want to stay in on the Confusion. His Electros is a very scary Pokemon. It gets access to Coil and all that good stuff. And it's a physical attacker, so it doesn't want to stay in while it's confused. So, it's switching out and goes, who else? Carlton. But I switch out myself after he gets his Intimidate off. I don't know. Why? What are you intimidated for, Machamp? You're a giant green monster with 4 arms and a bunch of muscles, and you're intimidated by a dancing, spinning Richard Simmons lookalike top. I don't get it. Anyway, I don't switch out. I actually go for a knockoff. And at this point, I switch out, and I go into Nidoking, because, again, this thing really can't do anything against Nidoking either. It doesn't carry Earthquake. It does carry Sucker Punch, though, so that's something to keep in mind. It goes for the Sucker Punch here. There you go. I like it better when you spin it and your head Hitmontop. Does some damage to Nidoking, but I'm going to be able to finally kill this thing off with a Sludge Wave. So thank you, Nidoking, for getting rid of that annoying-ass Hitmontop. So he's going to go into his Weavile after his Hitmontop goes down. Can't stay in on this Weavile. I need Nidoking. Nidoking's just a monster. I need it to be there. And obviously, Weavile would kill it, outspeed it, and kill it with an Ice Punch. I don't know if it would kill with an Ice Shard. It probably would. So I'm just going to switch into Machamp. At this point, kind of using it for Death Fodder. But he does go for the knockoff, So it does a lot of damage despite it being resisted, and it knocks off my Assault Vest. But like I said, it doesn't really matter. Kind of just want Machamp to die at this point. So I'm gonna, before I die, I'm just gonna get some Bullet Punch damage off, and it does about half, which is not bad for, you know, a non-stab 40 base damage attack. But anyway, he kills me off with an Ice Punch there, and then I'm just gonna switch into the Eater of Worlds. Thing really can't do much to Clefable. Best I can do is Ice Punch. We'll do a nice chunk of damage, but nowhere near enough. So he's just going to switch into Roserade again, and I just went for the Moonblast, maybe if you wanted to stay in. It's not to get damage on something, but as you guys are going to be able to see, I mean, this Moonblast does absolutely nothing to Roserade. If I had Flamethrower, this whole battle would have been, you know, it would have been much more faster. So anyway, I got to switch out, cannot take a Venoshock. I'm just going to go straight into Nidoking, who can take a Venoshock because he's a poison purple bunny, rabbit, whatever the hell he is anyway. So there's the Venoshock. Roserade's closing her eyes and trying to shock people with their venom. Anyway, he gets his Black Sludge recovery. Roserade is, I just hate Roserade. So I expected him to switch because, well, I like Roserade. I hate 801Infernape's Roserade. But anyway, I expect him to switch. He didn't want to die to an Ice Beam. So I go for the Earth Power. And he brings in his Rocksteady, his beastly Rhyperior with the Assault Vest. However, Earth Power is still a 2-hit KO, even with the Assault Vest, because Nidoking's such a monster. And he gets a monstrous critical hit that means absolutely nothing to the fate of this battle just now. So, I mean, there you go, Nidoking. Good job. Anyway, he goes right into Weavile. I got his Carlton, his annoying Hitmontop, and his super strong Rhyperior out of the way, so I'm excited about that. I gotta switch out. Like I said, I still need Nidoking around, mainly for that Gardevoir, because I can't outspeed Mega Gardevoir. He goes for the Ice Punch on my switch into the Eater of Worlds, Clefable. Does, like I said, it does a nice chunk of damage, but nowhere near enough. And Clefable just can eat a few more of those. Especially because its Citrus Berry is still intact. So at this point, I know he was going to switch back into Roserade. I just want to get my HP back to full. So I go for the Moonlight, and Clefable is sitting healthy and pretty like she always is. At this point, I'm going to switch out, and I'm going to go into my Porygon 2. My shiny blue ducky. And this thing could take hits forever. I get the special attack, or actually I get a stupid attack raise that means nothing. I get a special attack raise later on. He goes for the Toxic Spikes. So Toxic Spikes and Venoshock is terrifying if you don't have a poison type on your team or a spinner. So that's pretty scary. So anyway, he makes a pro play here. I mean, this play had, I mean, it scared the crap out of me. He gets a Trace on my download and gets a special attack rose. So now his Mega Gardevoir is going to be at +1, and I just really don't want to deal with that. I go for the Tri Attack on his switch. It does, you know, a nice amount of damage, but nowhere near enough. He's in a Mega here with his black dressed Mega Gardevoir. And he's gonna kill me off with a Focus Blast after +1 special attack. There's no way. I don't even think a calm Porygon 2 would have been able to survive that. So there goes Porygon 2. I mean, he did stuff. He does a lot more stuff in my other battles, I promise. But anyway, like I said, this is why I needed Nidoking. The Toxic Spikes are now gone, and I know I can outspeed this Mega Gardevoir and kill it off with a Sludge Wave, Life Orb, Sheer Force. Nidoking is no joke. And then there goes Gardevoir. So very excited about that. Finally happy to have that out of the way. He brings out Slash again, his Weavile. Can't stay in. I mean, Nidoking has done too much work for me to want to switch it out. So I'm just going to go into Clefable, or wanted to let it die. So I'm going to switch it out into Clefable. He gets an Ice Punch. Clefable eats it up. I'm going to pull a double switch and go straight into Salamence. And Salamence is going to wreck ship and destroy everything. He's going to sweep his team from here. No, I'm just kidding. Salamence dies to an Ice Punch. I was using Salamence for death fodder there, just so I can bring Aerodactyl in safely and finally take care of this Weavile, because you're not outspeeding a jolly Aerodactyl. Nothing is, ever. It's just too powerful. Look at that beautiful purple dragon exerting its pressure. That's right, you're pressured because you know you're going to lose because Mega Aerodactyl is in the building. So there we go. Mega, he's looking more fiendish, more devilish. He's got that goatee going on, kind of like me. Well, mine's not that pointy. Anyway, I'm going to go for the Aerial Ace here and be able to take it out. A stab Aerial Ace with Tough Claws is not something you want to deal with. So he goes into Electros, and I want to see how much damage Rock Slide does. I expected him to coil anyway. So, I mean, I'd go for the Rock Slide. I'm maybe banking on a flinch, maybe a little bit. But it doesn't do anything. He has a Citrus Berry, so... And he's just going to be able to go for a coil. I cannot keep Aerodactyl in this thing will just destroy Aerodactyl with Thunder Punch or even Drain Punch, whatever it wants to go for. So it gets this boost there. I'm going to switch out Aerodactyl, and I am going to pause the video right here, and we will pick up where we left off with the Eater of Worlds being Drain Punch. So give me 1 second. And we're back. Sorry about that. My videos, my camera, the way it works with HD videos, I record for 10 minutes, and I got to re-record or, you know, start recording again. But anyway, it takes a Drain Punch to the face. It's not going to do anything because I have my Citrus Berry, so I'm actually going to be pretty much where I was. After the Citrus Berry, I'm going to be able to go for a Moonblast here just to get off damage on this thing. I know this thing really can't do much to me, to the Eater of Worlds Clefable, even with a stab +1 Thunder Punch. Just kidding, Clefable dies. So Clefable did, you know, it did its job in here. It made him switch, scared the crap out of him, and stalled out a lot of his stuff. And I'm going to be able to safe switch into Nidoking, who is easily the MVP in this battle. Did so much work. Nidoking is a monster. I expected him to switch. Even if he didn't switch, Ice Beam would have taken out the Electros, so I just go for the Ice Beam here, and I get some nice damage off on that Roserade. You get some Black Sludge recovery, but I don't think Roserade will be able to outspeed me, so I go for another Ice Beam. I kind of was fearing the Sleep Powder there, and Roserade outspeeding me, but Nidoking's just too fast. Too fast, too furious Nidoking right there. He goes to Ice Beam, kills off the Roserade, and he has Electros left, and I'm going to be able to go for a Sludge Wave and kill it. And Electros is one dead, washed up on shore eel. He's gone forever. Never coming back. Now, Electros was a pretty scary Pokemon. So that's the game. I get the win. Like I said, he kicked my ass in the match we had beforehand. But if you guys like this team, please let me know down below. Let me know how you guys feel about Mega Aerodactyl and all its raw power. If you guys enjoyed this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up like I stated in the beginning of the video. Let's get this video to 35 likes. I would really appreciate that. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to check out all the links I have down below in the description. And of course, subscribe for more Pokemon content to come, including playthroughs and more Wi-Fi battling and all that fun stuff. So, I will see you all next time. Until then, have a capital day. I'm CapitalClefable, and I'm out. Bye, guys.